Because homegirl probably learned the strength that she had. She might not even know she had.
Mm-hmm.
And I think both of them now hopefully will have a better understanding of how dangerous stuff like this can get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I don't think kids think about that. They're just like, oh, she ain't gonna be talking junk about me.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think that's probably what went through her mind. But yeah, I hope that girl has a quick, good, amazing recovery. And I hope that other girl don't fight nobody else. Just it's okay to walk away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who you trying to prove that you the best or the baddest or whatever to, but it ain't even worth it when you think about your future.
Mm-mm, they're too young.
Mhm. You just gotta, yep, just be like, no, or just talk junk. You know, why got to run into a physical thing? Just talk trash. And y'all got social media to continue to talk trash too.
Yeah.
But yeah, you did you find any topics you want to talk about?
Let me see. I be saving stuff because I feel like it's interesting. Oh, okay. Here's one. Have you seen? I don't know if you've seen this trend that a lot of Black people have been doing, where it's like, as a Black person, I used to be afraid to admit, like, insert to admit this, but now I'm not. And it would be like a picture of this person, or like whoever the person was, and then the next slide would be like something you would be like embarrassed as a Black person to admit, but like now they're open to it. And like it started off, I feel like kind of like lighthearted, funny with like certain songs that a lot of like Black people know, that they were like, oh, as a Black person, I used to be afraid to admit I don't know, insert song that or a lot of people know. And so there was one specifically that a lot of people got really upset about, and it was the as a Black person, I used to be afraid to admit. And then the next slide would be like, I'm afraid of like ghetto people, or I'm afraid of hood people. Have you seen that?
I have not. I just pulled it up right when you said it. The girl with the dress.
Yes, a bunch of videos of
Hmm. Yeah,
people.
I just pulled it up.
People
But
got so upset about that.
but why? This is my thing with Black people. They feel the same way too. Like, I'm gonna be real. If I walk down the street at 7 p.m., I'm not gonna lie. If I see a dude with his pants off his butt and he's wearing a hoodie on his head, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be like, is he gonna rob me? Am I good?
I
So
promise.
yeah, I feel like that's how I am. So I guess it just depends on the Black person. So I just feel like when you go off on her for making those comments, and that's probably why she was afraid to admit it because of that.
Yeah. So I thought that was so interesting that so many people got mad, because I'm like, first of all, the ones that I was seeing that people was getting so outraged about was like, I'm afraid of hood people, or I'm afraid of ghetto people. And I'm
Hmm.
like, since when does hood or ghetto have a color? I
Hmm.
don't care if you white, black, or blue, walking down the street with a hoodie on, with your hand in your pocket, pants sagging, 11 p.m. I'm gonna be like, what is going on?
Hmm. Like, y'all coming to case the joint?
Right, like
Like, I ain't
you.
about to ride with y'all. Like, what? So I think the ones that find it offensive, maybe they're hood themselves. Maybe that's why they're mad. I don't know. Cause I feel like, cause yeah, even this TikTok video that I found said she said I get really nervous and anxious when I'm around hood ghetto Black people. But did she say Black?
Don't. So what I saw was not. It didn't say black. It just said hood, or some said hood, some said ghetto. But there
Mm-hmm.
was never like a color or race associated with it.
It's that if she ain't say black, they're putting stuff in her mouth. But either way, I don't care if they're black or not. If you come around me looking like you ain't right, I'm not about to say to prove a point to say I'm not afraid of ghetto hood people. Hey, no ma'am, I'm going inside in the house or somewhere, but I ain't gonna be on the street with you.
Right. And that's. I just feel like that song looking suspect. I don't care what you look like, what color
Mhm,
your skin is. If you acting suspect, I'm gonna be nervous because what's
mhm,
going on.
exactly. And they are too. They're just trying to be extra, but they know good and well they're not doing that either. But yeah, they need to leave this girl alone. You right, they are really coming for her on this one.
They are not playing. They got so upset. I'm like, hold on. It started out so like lighthearted, like, oh, I used to be afraid to admit I don't know how to play spades, or like something like very. It was like very lighthearted until that stuff like entered the chat and people start getting really mad.
So what's the point of having a trend if everybody can't speak their opinion?
Exactly. You can't really like. I feel like the internet is that type of place for real. For real. Like
Mhm,
you want to think that you can say and do what you want to, but really you can't.
mm. Yeah, you can't. She was being too honest.
And they didn't like
Uh,
that.
yeah, they were like, Yeah, this girl was like, I carry myself differently, getting actively discriminated against as a whole surgical medical student. They do not care about how you see yourself. But what? Yeah, I don't know what that comment was about. But yeah, I don't like when black people like have the conversation as far as like ghetto. I feel like ghetto, I guess kind of like what you said, it's not really a race. I know people mostly associated with black people. I feel like Hispanics, and it seems like the last 5 years been a lot of white boys and a lot of white girls up there too.
Hmm.
And I don't like that dressing. I don't like how they, I mean, not that it matters, my opinion don't matter about how they look, but I'm just saying if I see it, uh-uh. So I just feel like they equate that with a certain kind of look.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you can be like 40 years old with your pants under your behind. Like,
Oh yeah. Why?
yeah, like I don't care what kind of underwear you wearing, Tommy Hilfiger, whoever you got going on. Like, pull your pants up. But yeah, I think they're doing too much with this one. She Nothing wrong with what she said. But girl, say it with your chest.
I mean, if you scared, you just scared. Like,
She better say that with her chest. Or don't say it at all. I feel like,
that's real.
yeah, I didn't think about looking at the TikTok trends. So,
Yeah, it's been Love is Blind. So it's been a lot of stuff, but like Love is Blind too has been like flooding my timeline. That's why I knew my boyfriend's birthday's coming up actually tomorrow, but we went to like a pre-birthday dinner
mm-hmm,
Wednesday, and I was like, we have to watch Love is Blind whenever we get home because TikTok will give it away for me.
mm-hmm,
Like my timeline has been all Love is Blind stuff for the longest.
mm-hmm. Yep, I agree. They were definitely on it. And this was on Instagram too. Those
The
lovers. Yep.
Instagram usually be a little bit behind. Speaking of though, a lot of people thought this. I okay. I won't say my opinion. I'll ask you first. I don't know if you've seen the rumors floating around about Kenneth from Love Is Blind.
Mm-mm.
Okay. about him maybe playing for the other team.
Uh-uh.
No. So allegedly,
Oh, they said he revealed it.
did he?
This is what this says. It says he
That
openly revealed his sexual orientation as gay. And it says
what?
the revelation sparked discussions amongst fans, adding complexity to his portrayal on the show.
So what I saw before, so I didn't see that, but I did see that like I don't know if this is one of his real cousins, but somebody like posted it they were his cousin and like he was not attracted to women and ultimately that's why it didn't work out with him and Brittany and it didn't matter who it wasn't gonna work out because he wasn't really attracted to them. But they also it was noted by a lot of people that Nick and Vanessa Lachey did not like make any reference to that or bring it up at all on the reunion.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Mm. So Nicki
Which is
Minaj out here
interesting
playing.
because we know how they pulled old girl texts from the internet and they pulled SarahAnn video from TikTok and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So they thought, okay, interesting that this didn't come up at all when this has also been on the internet. But what are your thoughts about them not mentioning it at all?
So yeah, that goes into play. Like if they really wanted to get some juicy tea, I feel like that one is juicier than that mullet man having a girlfriend and Sarah Ann period. Cause like I would want to know that. Like that's to me for whatever reason, like black men being gay is always a good topic. So I think maybe Netflix was like, I'm not gonna out him, but we're gonna stick to what's like really important or what
Mm-hmm.
sells or something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which I think that would because Reddit got a whole topic about him, his cousin outing him or alleged cousin. But yeah, I they definitely should have asked a question at least. If they at least said, so there's rumors out there or your alleged cousin saying you're gay, can you like confirm the rumors or deny it? Can you give us a little more input or something into it?
So I feel like they were very strategic with that. When I say they, I
Mhm,
mean Netflix, because asking him that one would have outed him or made him force him to like answer. If he
mhm.
wasn't ready to come out, make him lie about it. So I feel like them not asking about that was very intentional.
I think it was too, but at the same time, if you're going to try to be shocking and controversial, you can't limit that to one situation.
You
Like that,
cannot mess with the
don't
LGBTQIA
nobody,
plus community. They do
don't,
not play that.
don't nobody care about them. They'll fuss and be like, "Oh, y'all did blah blah." The same people that watch Love and Blind season 6 are going to come back for the next one.
I do think they should. Well, I actually agree with them not asking him like point blank, are
Hmm.
you attracted to men? Because I don't think that's fair. You don't need to ask somebody anything if they don't want to give you that information. I don't think it should be forced out of them.
Well, it wouldn't necessarily be forced. He could still answer it. Like if I say there's some rumors circling around the internet that your cousin said that you've only been attracted to men, he can just flat out say that's not true, and
But what
bam.
if it is?
Hmm.
What
Well,
if it
if
is?
I mean if it's true, that's up to him to say that. But I just feel like if the dude the Trevor, if he comes up here, he probably didn't want people exposing those text messages. He probably felt the type of way when those were circling online, but it didn't stop Netflix from ambushing him with it and just flat out embarrassing the man where he's sitting up there stoned for like 10 minutes.
Not so. I feel like the
Ooh, like
difference.
he was
Okay,
stoned.
I hear you, but I think the difference between Trevor's situation and uh the controversy around Kenneth is different because in Trevor's situation, no, he did not want that information out, but there was wrongdoing on his part. You were telling somebody you loved them right before you went on the show where you're supposed to be trying to find a spouse. You messed up.
But
In
why?
Kenneth's situation, it's not wrong to love who you love.